Yo, what's up, guys? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. What's up? This. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna start this party. So let's get it cracking, guys. So welcome to Vice Traders Academy's live isolation session. Just to give you guys a brief intro. So in this live, what we do is we go over 9 pairs, these 9 pairs excluding XRP and Euro JPY on your right hand side of your screen. And what we're looking for is for potential setups, right, to trade. Um, Me personally, I trade late London, early New York. So I'm looking for setups that are going to hit points of interest. So we're going to be setting up points of interest and waiting for price to target these points of interest to then look for entry signals to potentially, look for a trade. So that's what we do here. Now, in order for you guys to take advantage of this class, we also have a live trading room where we take these trades live so you guys get to see how we also do our entry process and enter a trade and execute, and also how we get out, right? And we also have the Sunday market breakdown on Sundays. The live trading room is at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday, and the Sunday market breakdown is at 9 a.m. on Sundays. So make sure to subscribe for you to be able to get those notifications when these classes are live, and also join the free Discord. You're definitely going to get all the information there plus more. So let's start this party. So let's start with AU, guys. So yesterday, right? Let's go with the daily move and the 30-minute market structure, right? I'm going to put the 4-hour market structure as well, just so we can see it. So the 4-hour market structure, right? We're in a downtrend. We understand we're in a downtrend, right? From the top to bottom, right? Our daily is down, 4 hours down, and the 30-minute is down, right? Our 4 hour, we broke the previous lower low to create a new lower low, right? We're waiting for price to push up to the top side to create this lower high to then push down, and it did that, right? We have possible 2 entry targets. We took a trade on yesterday, Monday, we took a trade to fill in that gap, and we were waiting for an entry today. Um, it gave us the entry, right? I traded it earlier during that day. I took a trade, right, with all my trading criteria, but the trade turned around, right? I actually ended up with a net positive. Didn't get my TP at that time because price went back up to retest the high. Notice I swept the high before going down, continuing the downtrend. Normally, I would have not taken this trade. Um, why? Because we already did ADR before I even opened up the trade. So once we hit ADR for the day, there's really no trade. So Mr. Jumper actually did not take any trades, right? Because everything reached ADR um, before, New York, late London, early New York. So there was really no business taking a trade, even over here when I took it, right? I did take a trade because I saw my entry confirmations, shown. So I did take a trade. But again, I didn't take a loss. I ended up with a net positive 8 pips, right? We were going for 30, right? So still, it is what it is. But then I didn't wake up to trade it, right? I didn't wake up during New York, and it gave it to us in New York, right? So nonetheless, it gave us what we needed. Gave us a drop. Now, what's the next target? Let's take a look. So now there's 2 things, right? We want to wait for price to this to break that 4-hour breaker structure, retest to continue, right? That's one of the things we want to see, right? if we're trading the 4 hour, that's definitely an entry. That's why we still have that 4 hour BOS still on our chart, right? We also have lower time frame, which is a 30-minute chart market structure on the 30-minute chart. We have these lower lows, lower highs, right? This retest, right? We could wait for price to come down, retest here to continue, right? So that is going to coincide with the 4 hour time frame also. So that's the play for today. I'm not taking anything, right? Where price is at right now. Why? Because we have a range between this high and this low, right? And we're stuck close to the middle. So in the middle of the range, I don't want to take it because I could take a trade in the middle of the range, start going down, the heads up again, right? Before going down. So I want to wait for price to break, retest for me to go. I don't want to take any trades in the middle of the range. Nowhere in the middle of this range do I want to take a trade, especially now, right? Because we have this high, this low, and around here's the middle. So AU is something that I'm going to pass on, right? Until we do what? Until we see the 4 hour break. Once it breaks that 4 hour break of structure, then I'm going to look to start participating. I see the alert is off. Let me turn it on. Boom. All right, we are. All right, so EURCAD. EURCAD yesterday, right? Like we said, pushed up early, gave us complete ADR. So there was nothing for me to do after that, right? Now, this is a trade that we're going to be, that has a great setup. This is a 372 setup, right? I'm going to put this green, right? We're heading up. The 30-minute is up, the daily is up, the 4 hour. Once it breaks above here, we know that we're pushing up, right? But we can see great market structure that has been developed. We want to see price to come back here. Does it have to come down here? Remember, guys, that there's 3 variations to this retest. Price could come, retest, and go up, right? That's one. Price could barely miss, stay right here, and then go up and not even touch, or price could go below and then move up. So there's 3 different things that could happen. So this is why you need a entry trading plan as well. Not just, oh, it's going to touch a line, it's going to hit a point of interest, and that's an entry signal. No, it hits a point of interest. It's a point, it's a place in the market that you should be interested in if price touches, not point of interest, entry signal. That's not what we do here. That's not what POIs are. Right? I want to make that clear. Let's see. So there is a possibility price could just start the uptrend right there and not go all the way to the POI. And if you look at your fib retracements, right? Right now we at the 61.8, which means, theoretically speaking, this is the best, this is the golden whatever, where people, the majority of the pullbacks will come to and bounce off. But we still got the 78.6, right? So we still have all this. So I would want to see on a 5-minute time frame, market structure shift to the top side. And I want to see again, when it shifts, I want to see 2 things. I don't want to see just a change of character. I want to see a change of character and also a break of structure. On that retest of that break of structure is where I'll be looking for my entry. Not just a change of character, a market structure shift. I don't want to see just a market structure shift. I want to see a market structure shift and a BOS, break of structure. So EURCAD, I'm definitely keeping that one on, right? Let's see. Right? What I mean is we got these lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower low, right? And we're sitting over here. So I want to see price change to the top side. on a 5 minute. Change character. 5 minute. CHOCH. All right, I'm gonna put an alert on. That's what I want to see, right? I want to see price break above, bounce off. Then I'm gonna have my structure, my higher high, right, to give me that structure. So it's like this. I want to see this, right? Give me that structure. Then once we have that change of character retest breaks above, then I want to see price retest wherever it retests. Then I'm looking to enter to continue the trend. I want to see those two things. These are confirmation. Remember, trading is about probabilities, right? So you have to get the probabilities into your favor. How? Confluences. The more confluences you have, the more rules that you can get them to commit to and show you, right? Not get them to it, but once they do and they show you these movements and they show you this checklist that you have, check, 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 then your probabilities are even better. So I want to see that change of character plus that BOS. On that retest of that BOS is when I'm looking to take a trade, right? So this is just an early warning. Hey, we changing character. Be on the lookout, right? This is a 5 minute chart, so the 5 minute chart doesn't take that long for it to make a move to bust that play. So just leaving it right there. Euro USD. So Euro USD, we want to wait for price to turn up, right? 30 minutes, we have a change of character. What's the next thing I want to see? I want to see that break of structure. This is why I didn't take no trades nowhere down here, bro. Because look, what I went to the top, then it came back down, right? I want to wait for it to come back. Right now was a good place to take it because we'll take trades off the low. If we heading up, we want to take it off the lows. We don't want to take anything in the middle, or we want to wait for the break retest to continue. So this is one that I'm still waiting for it to break above and show me that break. Yesterday we had putting on that. You do your okay? Yes. GJ. GJ gave us exactly what we wanted. So let's take a look, right? So 4 hour, right? We have the 4 hours the blue. So we have lower low, lower high, lower low, right? We want price to come back and retest. That's what we was aiming for. And what did it do? It came, right? Broke below, came, didn't touch it. Remember, I told you guys there's three different variations. Could come miss it and then continue. And that's what it did. It went down, came up, missed, and and continue, right? And if you see this smaller structure, what do we have, right? Notice where it's touching, right? So this is where we want to see price reject from, and it did, look, from the wick. So this one is looking good, got perfect market structure to continue the downtrend. This one I was sleeping on this time. I didn't wake up. This was a good entry. Had the flip zone, price flipped to the downside, right? Retest, retest both places, and then continue. This was a good trade for you guys who took them, right? So thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Matrix. Make sure to hit that like button and join the free Discord, my brother. So I want price to come back and retest either up here, that BOS, right? That 30-minute BOS, come back, retest my 30-minute BOS to then continue, or again to retest down here. I'm gonna put an alert here. That's what's up. Any questions, feel free to ask. Updating this. I want to see our zone. We broke below the zone. Right, we got a clean break right here. This is not a break, this is a test. Right, here's where it broke. Why? Candle closure below the zone. Following candles confirms by two things. A, it's a touching. No. B, that it closed below the previous. Yes, this is a confirmed break. So now we know we broke. So where did the push start that broke this low? The push started from here. So this is where our new top of our zone is. Right? The bottom, right now at this moment, we don't have yet because price is still moving, still trending down. So the bottom of the zone, I'm going to turn it off. Keep the top up. Right? So we have this internal lower highs, right? Here's where the retest. Want price to come back, maybe retest here. But the best scenario, if it comes back up, retest here to then continue. So my POI still stays up here. Turn that on and add one here too. BOS retest up here. Two POIs over here to continue the trend. So this stays on. GU. So GU, we're in level 2 rise. We want price to turn around. Notice price is just trending down. Our daily is down, our 4 hours down, and our 30-minute is down. So at this present time and moment, I'm not trading until price turns around. So I want the 30 minutes to switch over. Notice where the 4 hour is right around the 30 minutes. So when the 4 hour and also the 30 minutes switch over, we know we're back to the top side to trade with the overall market makers pattern. But right now it's still looking down. Right, we're chopping in between this high and this low. Price is just moving sideways. So we just gotta let it be. This internal structure just chopping. So GU still not ready for me. USD CAD, right? Perfect one yesterday, right? But moved too early. So price gave us that change of character on the 30-minute time frame to go back to move up. Let's fix that. So now we know our 4 hour is up. Our 4 hour is the blue, right? We could tell higher highs, higher lows, right? We were waiting for price to come back, retest the previous higher high, right? Create that higher low point to push up, and it did that, right? Basic market structure. So right now, after a push comes what? A pullback. So now we have this pullback, deep ass pullback, right? That big ass candle, big candle. So, right, this is going to be purely market structure on that coming back up to the upside. If you draw out your fib, right? Right now we at a 50, right? We want to get close to 61.8, and that will retest our change of character to push up, right? But anything could happen, right? Price could turn around at any moment. We could see that it was creating nice movement, and now it's kind of slowed down, right? But what you should be watching is for this internal structure to change, right? Meaning, if it changes to the top side, creates that change of character, breaks above that one, creates that break of structure on that retest, is where the entry will be for us, at least for me, right? That's what I'm looking for, right? And that could happen at any time. Price could continue to just go down over here, touch here, right? Once it touch there, hits our POI, we know what to do, right? Wait for the same thing. Wait for the same thing. So that's all we're doing, just following the market. Let it flow. Let them move. When they move, you move. Not the opposite. Now you move, then they move. They gotta move first. Once they show their cards, then you show your cards, right? Then you play your hand. Could you go over structure time frame by time frame? I'm seeing you follow structure with multiple lines. Do you have a course? Yeah, if you on our Discord, I'll go over it on this pair for you. But if you go on our Discord, right, you could request one-on-ones over here for free, right? Just request one-on-one so we go over it on a more just you and I instead of you get to ask more questions, right? But yeah, let's go over it. So every time frame, the way trading works is this the market structure is fractal. So you have to kind of wrap your mind around that, right? About that it's bits and pieces, right? And the best way to understand it, right? If you're looking at the higher time frame structure, which is the daily structure, right? And if you know there's two types of market structures, two types of trend. There's an uptrend, right? Make that blue for us. And then we have a downtrend, right? So let's wrap our minds around this real quick, right? So just let's think about it. So in this push up over here, or any push up, right? It's moving up. So which one should you see? You should be seeing the blue one, right? Because it's heading up. Make it even more easier. Make it more simple, right? That means up. This means down, right? So let's think about that. So if we understand that everything is fractal, meaning there's a trend within right? Every trend has a trend inside of it. So in this push up, there's a trend inside of this push up. Which one would it look like? Would it look like the blue one or look like the red one if it's going up? It would look like the blue one, right? So we understand that inside of here there's bits and pieces, and these are the bits and pieces inside of here. So let's get to what's happening presently, right? So this is a push up, right? So this push up internally, right? What we should see on a lower time frame, we should see this type of behavior, right? Price should be going up, push back, up, pull back, up, pull back, up. This is what we should notice in here in a lower time frame. So the time frames that I use is the daily and the 4 and the 30, right? To look at my market structure. So if I go down to the 4 hour and this push up, I should be able to notice that type of market structure, right? Price going up, down, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This is what we should notice inside of here, right? And the same thing happens in all these bits and pieces. So let's go back to the daily for 1 second. Let me bring this down closer to us, right? So now that I understand that now, so let's take a look at these pieces, right? In these pieces, we have to understand that inside of these pieces, there's also structure inside of these pieces. So if the price is pushing up, we should be seeing what? This type of structure, higher highs, higher lows, this type of price action, right? When the price retraces back down, what we should see? Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And every one of these pieces, we will see either one or the other depending on the direction. So let's get more to where we are right now, right? So in this pullback, we should be able to notice in a lower time frame is which one, the blue one or the red one? Mr. Matrix. Question. Blue or red from here to here? Oh, why you answer that? Red, correct. We should see red, right? This type of structure, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And my lower structure that the lower time frame where I look for this type of structure is a 30-minute chart. So if I go to the 30-minute chart and I'm just analyzing this portion right here, right? When I look at my 30-minute structure, what do I see? I see that type of behavior. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, low, right? Then price push up, right? When price pushes up, what type of behavior we should see on the lower time frame? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, right? And that's exactly what we get, right? Price had a change of direction here, right? And we made that first higher high. That makes sense, my brother? This is how market structure works, right? Once you get it, you'll get it. But just always keep in mind there's a trend within a trend. Yeah? All right. So when we're trading, right, we're looking for certain points where price is going to come back to, right? And is creating the structure. So when you look for anything online related to market structure, we know that when the price is making higher highs and higher lows, where will be your entry? Your entry will be where the previous higher high, which will be here, right? Because that's where your target, your point of interest will be there, because that's where price tends to come back to before pushing to make that continuation move, right? So this is where our points of interest will be. So I hope that makes sense. So that's exactly what we're doing in multiple time frames, right? And we want to be in an overall, we want all time frames to match up in the same direction, because that's when your trades become more powerful. It becomes with more confluences where the probabilities just gets more and more and more into your favor. And if you're doing this type of market analysis, right, you want to make sure that you're at least, not at least, but you want to make sure that, your 30-minute is towards your overall direction, which if you look at the daily is up. So that means the overall, the market is up. The red lines, is it an indicator? Oh no, I draw them out, my brother. There's no indicator. I draw them out. Right? That comes with a lot of practice. That's called developing your chart vision. So yeah, so all these lines, I draw them out. All right, and I draw them out basically to have a visual representation of what it is. Right. And one thing I will tell you, just some advice, don't depend on indicators. Right. Maybe after you learn it, use an indicator. There are indicators that give you this. I'm not going to lie to you. You go to indicators up here and you search for market structure, you're going to find some indicators that will give it to you, right? They're not as accurate as you may think because you have to adjust them, right? So, but your eyes, once you're trained your eyes and develop your chart vision to see this, you're not going to need an indicator. You're not even going to need these lines. Like I have these lines just for visual representation for you guys, right? Um, if I just draw where my change of characters are, I'm pretty much can look in the past and I can see these pushes. So, just let's get together, request on one-on-one, let's get together, and I'll go over with you some type of homework that you can do to start developing this chart vision, so you don't depend on indicators, my brother. That's just my 2 cents. I don't know. Some people like indicators. I like to do it myself. Definitely, develop the skill. The skill set is priceless, right? So in this example, right, price pushed up, so we had to change a character. What you mean? I think there's 2 days in advance, at least 2 days in advance, like 48 hours in advance, because there's gonna be people ahead of you. I think it's 24, 48. Let me see. I know he has different too. So if you go on it today, let's say, the next available will be Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Right, my time. Right. I don't know what time that is in your time, but from today, that's the next availability will be there. Tomorrow there's nothing. Today there's nothing. Friday there's nothing. Then you go back to Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we could do it anytime next week. Look, it's pretty much open. All right. So in this example, right, we had a change of character, right? Price changed to the top side. So what we're looking for in a change of character, enjoy, right? We're looking for price change to the top side, right? So we want price to pull back, retest where it changed, right? Then price will then make another run to the top side, right? Cause this structure to break, this high not to hold, to break the high, right? Cause a break of structure to make a new high. Then on that pullback is what we'll be looking to take a trade, right? So right now we have this high. We're waiting for the higher low to then make a higher high, higher low to cut a book 3 times a week. Um, I wouldn't do 3 times a week. You could do once a week, because I'm gonna give you homework, brother. It's not gonna be you're gonna sit there and just hear me speak. I'm gonna give you work, and the work is not gonna take you like one day, because some of the homework you need the market to move, and it takes time to build these structures. So if I tell you, if one of the homework could be like, for right now, let's say I want you to find me a future change a character, break a structure, retest entry, right? So right now, let's say we just look on this pair, right? We still will be waiting for price, right? Because I do these types of homework so you can understand the method to my madness, is because trading is a patience game. Trading is hunting, is waiting for that right moment to strike, right? And you have to start to develop that type of behavior, right? So then you can display it when you're trading yourself, right? When you're not with someone, waiting with someone, for you to be able to understand, hey, let me go to my charts today. Let me take a look to see, are we ready yet? No? Okay, pass, next, right? And that type of behavior. Because when you're taught how to trade, right, you're taught there's 2 things you can do every day. You can buy or you can sell, right? You can either go up, trade up, or you can say you're trading down. There's actually 3. There's buy, sell, and preserve your capital, right? Because the more you preserve, the higher your lot sizes go as you continue to win. If you're using proper risk management, right? As soon as your balance starts dropping, you should be reanalyzing what your lot size should be. And when your account starts growing, your lot sizes become bigger. So you start winning more money, right? So preservation is a key element in this game, not just, trading just to trade, but it's also about waiting for these A plus, these A1 opportunities where everything are lining up and the probabilities be coming to your favor, my brother. So this is why every day out of the week it wouldn't be good. You gotta really take some time to really see these things. So yeah, no problem. Yeah, book it. Let's get it. All right. But great question. Great question. You know. So yeah, so that's how market structure work, guys. That's how market structure works. So now we're waiting for price to come back to that change of character to, to bounce off that zone. All right. Now we did break the zone, so we have a new high. Where did the push start that broke the high, that broke this high? Started from here. So now we can change this from here to here because this is our new trading zone, right? Between this high and this low, right? So put this here, change this to red, and I want to put an alert here. This is why I put alerts, right? Because when I put alerts, I'm not going to be sitting on my charts waiting for something to happen. When I get notified that it happens, I go to my charts because I know what I'm looking for. If you don't do it that way, you tend to just look for trouble. CHOCH retest, right? That's an alert. So when price reaches here, we'll come to take a look. No problem, my brother. All right. So next pair, gold. Gold, same thing. Yesterday we had a day. I'm gonna put this no net, right? Even though we ended up where we started, right? Did I do that for USDCAD? I don't think so. Yesterday we dropped. We had a rise, then a drop. All right. So gold. Gold, we went back again. We went back to the low of the 30-minute structure, right? We went back to the low. We're waiting for price to turn around. This internal structure, we're waiting for it to turn around. We are seeing some signs of turnaround. Why? Because we're creating higher lows, right? We're creating higher lows and slightly higher highs, even though it's still in the same place, right? Hasn't broke out of it, but we are creating higher low, right? Some people may say, well, that's one of these, Eric, and we're waiting for it to go. But I never understand these things. So sometimes they move up, sometimes they move down if you're just trading that, right? So we're waiting for price to literally, I want to see price break above, change the character, break a structure, give me a retest. Then I know we're starting to push up, right? Then we can target the high. Over here, we know price is going to slow down, maybe slow down, and then break, right? Retest to continue. So we still got little ways to go for gold, right? The 30-30 yesterday gave us a rise. Ironically, gave us a rise. Right? Price chopped up and down, right? I told you guys we're not gonna get price to pull back all the way down here, right? I didn't tell you guys, hey, this could be a respected low. This could be a low that is going to be respected because we can see that it touched twice, right? I was going to say that yesterday, but I don't want to get into what's a respected low, what's not a respected low, right? So here, price respected these lows and then pushed up from here, right? That's what I was expecting yesterday. I was not expecting price to come all the way back here. Right? That's a big drop for it to go back up. So US30, it's going up too many days for me to hop in. I'm going to start when the trend starts. Bitcoin. So when we look at Bitcoin, same market structure, right? We have these higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. We're waiting for the retest of the previous higher high, right? But we understand that there's different variations that can happen. When you're waiting for a retest, price could retest and push up, right? Price can go below and then push up, or price could barely miss it and push up. So right now, which one are we? We are in this situation where price went below and we're waiting for price to turn around. Same situation on this one, right? This is what we're waiting for here on a 30-minute market structure, for that market structure to shift to the top side, right? Over here, we have all these lower lows and lower highs. Let's make them. These lower lows, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? So we're here. So what is it that I want to see, guys, right? We're in a point of interest. So around here, price, I want to see price start to shift over, turn around, give me my change of character, break a structure, retest for me to continue to the top side. That's what I want to see. Price to turn around, right? Give me a double, triple bottom, whatever. Show me something, right? The price is turning around. Then we start continuing with the trend because the daily is up. We know BTC is up. There's no, well, I think is up. It's in the news everywhere, right? We just need to wait for price to continue that trend to the top side. And that's about it, guys. So thank you for joining. We have a couple things, a couple setups to look for tomorrow. EURCAD is definitely on the radar. This is one of the cleanest ones to look at. We have a previous 2 days of rise, right? The only thing is day one, we have a gap. We haven't filled in that gap. That's the only thing I don't like. So this is why I said we need to wait for that change of character and that breaker structure retest to have these two big confirmations, right? That makes it much easier to trade. If I don't see those two things, I'm not gonna take this trade. So don't just be like, well, there's a change of character, let me take it. These lower time frames, especially the 5 minute, it could change up and change down real fast, right? Could change down, could change to the top side, they could change back to the downside real fast, right? It's not gonna wait for you. If you notice here, I'm gonna show you here. Here we have this higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We have a lower low, price change. Lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, price change back to the top side, right? Then we have a lower low. Well, no, we have a low, lower high, lower low, changed again to the bottom side. Notice how many times it changed. It changed down, then it changed up, then it changed to the downside. Now, did we get a change of character and a breaker structure? No, we did not. Right? We just got to change. This is why those two confirmation, those two things are key. Right? Over here, same thing. We have higher high, higher low, high, low, lower high, lower low. Notice change of character. Then we have a lower low. Then we have a higher high. We didn't get a breaker structure, right? These are very fast movement market structure. So on the lower time frame, you want to be able to see those two levels, two confirmations to confirm that. All right, guys. So see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Make sure to hit that like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to join the free Discord. And I see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Mr. Jumper will be taking trades 7 a.m. live in the live trading room. So make sure to join. And I see you guys tomorrow. Peace.